Hi everyone, I'm Bruce Swartz. Thanks for the interest. Thanks so much for stopping by, for connecting, and for commenting, the contributions, the help by sharing my work. I believe that's how we're going to get this channel out there and to reach more people. Look at this, dead center. Black object, looks triangular, going by. We're looking at shapes and forms today. This is Mare Serenitatis, the color that we saw in the last video. I put a bit closer and look at the surface. What the heck is going on? So many energy fields, I believe, could possibly be on the moon, not just minerals. And it, makes you wonder that how the heck they could have landed on the moon without their, apparatus, electrical apparatus completely crashing. John Lear today was interviewed on Coast to Coast AM. Check him out. And they were talking about Area 51, as he always does and knows so much about it. Of course, Bob Lazar came into the situation, always does, an old Area 51 worker that was, lost his job, and all the traces of him disappeared, everything taken away, all his proof. Bob Lazar, there was, like he said himself, Bob, no money to make in that. He was not trying to prove anything. He's scientific and trying to make his, he's a nuclear physicist trying to work with his own company. Here are objects that are on the surface, very different types of objects. And I'm sort of jumping to different situations here. I'm sorry. John Lear on Coast to Coast AM this morning was talking about Area 51, and of course he believes the moon is possibly more about 65% of the oxygen that we have here. So like he says, therefore they could not have really landed at all with especially the way that they say they did. Here's the object in the center again, slowed down in night vision, lights adjusted. We see another light at the bottom there flickering. With the night vision, we can see the little lights. They're very hard to see because, of course, they're so far away, cutting through atmosphere, whatever the reason. That's the way it is. It's been like 4 or 5 videos I've been showing this fire at the end of the supposed Ryle west of Plato Crater that you can see in the top right there. Look what comes into view over this area, a UFO. Watch on the bottom there over the fire. You'll see 2 spots. Again, it could be a reflection of the UFO surface on the surface. Watch carefully. There it is. My channel has always acted oddly, meaning sometimes the videos, and most often, the videos will lock at 1.5, 1.7 views. And oddly, it'll go up to 3, 4, 700,000. But, once in a blue moon, literally. And that's okay. We're a small group. No matter what the reason be, I'm not going to accuse anyone. I'm not going to accuse YouTube. I'm not going to use excuses. But yeah, this information does have to get out there. For those interested in the lunar surface, I mean, I thought there was more than that than who we are here. We're almost 25,000. Well, 23,000 soon. Okay. But yes, it will get up fast at 30, 40, 50,000. I know it, but it should get up a lot faster. Look along the craters here. Look what I'm finding. I've never seen that many UFOs and this type of UFO, that many different types of UFOs on the surface of the moon. And this is what I'm trying to show. So get these shares out there. I know lots, and if not most of you are doing it. And I just actually never ask you guys to do this, and I'm asking more now to share them. If you're interested, take 2 seconds and share it, so that way you guys are going to pass off as annoying people like I am. People think that moon people are crazy, right? Because look at that, fishy all over the surface there. Looks like a fish there swimming. The movement, notice movements, notice the way they're traveling over the surface, leaves you to wonder sometimes if some of these are not biological creatures and not just all, crafts. This is Mons Argeas. Love this area. I've showed it also in X-ray. And look at the drop to the left there, Mare Serenitatis. And right to the left of the arrow, a couple of a thumb's length, if you want. That's where Apollo 17 landed. Here, more types of UFOs traveling over the surface of all sizes. So I guess some of these are shadows, but look at this object in the center here. There's an arm on it. Looks like a lollipop. I posted this one before. I'm sure it's the same one. It looks very similar, and it just has this arm or very thin line leaving it, you know, and they're oscillating. We're seeing different types of wave fields, I guess, or energy fields around some of these objects, if not most of these objects. This is intriguing me. You know, it could be anything. It could be so many things. And we're seeing so many of them. Yeah, it could be debris. Some of it could be debris. But even if it's debris, what the heck? Are we polluting that much? It can't be there. The moon cannot be that bad. The aliens would kill us. They come back down here and shoot their garbage, and well, I guess maybe that's what they're doing, right? Who knows? We don't know what's going on. An energy field around the UFOs. I'm showing it here with a nice filtering to be able to see the movement around, the oscillation around these crafts. I'm really happy, not too much oscillation tonight, so that we can really see these objects. They're not too shaky. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Prepare to be mesmerized. This is Copernicus Crater. I'm going to show you an amazing lit up object, a UFO, coming out of the crater's side wall. Keep watching. The black spot in the center that I'm going to get an arrow up for you. Don't worry. You're going to see the object come out of Copernicus Crater, and it's absolutely extraordinary to see this. Again, different styles and kinds and characteristics of the UFOs we're finding, and there it is. Look at that. Right out of the crater side wall, guys, of Copernicus. When you get one really close up to try to see inside of this craft, or not inside, but I mean inside the field of the craft, there seems to be an energy field around most, if not all, the crafts that I find. Some objects don't have them, but it's just easier to differentiate them. The ones with the wave fields and clouds around them could be crafts, right? And this is all we get. It's just a black, dark dot. It was just declassified, okay? It's an American spy plane. It has 2 tips as a wing at the back. And the objects, many of the objects I'm seeing are in that characteristic with the 2 tips at the back. Now look at how triangular these objects look. I'm not going to stop posting what I'm finding, that's for sure. I mean, this is credible information, credible proof, so long me, that even though we don't know what is up there, we do know something's up there, right? I mean, I'm showing as much as I can, and I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, appreciate it. I mean, it's just amazing, right? But yeah, some of these objects look like triangular vessels. They really do. And now over at Clavius Crater. Take a look at this, guys. We got some more lights. So, whoa, that could make us really believe that these are crafts with lights in front of them. So, you know how, if these are aliens and how people say, oh, they're so advanced, you know, they're here in their, just in essence, and they're so incredibly smart, they can kill you just by thinking of it. I mean, well, what are they doing driving around, floating around little hobbit vessels with lights? Maybe they're not that advanced. John Lear was interviewed on Coast to Coast AM radio today. Take a look at Coast to Coast AM radio and check out to see what John Lear had to say about Area 51. Cutting through the veil. That's exactly what we're doing. Here are some mountaintops, objects, whatever they may be, very colorful. You can see some greens on some of them, some blues there in the center. And this is the topography of the surface of the moon in many different areas. These are beautiful views. If this was presented to the news and someone would say, look at the beautiful mountains for the first time that were shown between so-and-so crater, that we can see proof of water possibly conserved there and the things and this and that. Cameron McLean, I love you, man. Thanks for joining the community. Thanks for being there, man. Thanks to people like you, this channel has a chance. Welcome.